Good morning, children. Today I am going to teach you critical appraisal of agricultural reforms. It is very small topic, so I'm not making video on it. Just try to understand. We have already seen that the agricultural reforms were did by the our policymakers and our economists, and the reforms were taken into three steps. One, by doing the institutional reforms, second, by doing the technical reforms, and some general reforms. If you remember, institutional reform is also known as land reforms, and under that, abolition of intermediaries and land ceiling technique was followed. With that, we had taken over the land, extra land, which possessing by the jamindars, and the jamindari system was totally abolished. The rest of land was redistributed. If we see the technical reform, that was the miracle for the Indian agriculture by introducing green revolution. And with the introduction of green revolution, fertilizers and pesticides also came into the economy, and some other reforms we did. Other reforms like facilities of irrigations, facilities of infrastructures, minimum support price, and the organized market, and also the availability of credit was made for the farmers. Overall, by doing these all things, was the outcome positive or negative? We have to write in critical appraisal. So, if we see the critical appraisal of this reform, we have to write in this both the aspect positive and negative. During this period, by the late 1960, agriculture sector has substantial increase in its productivity. B became self-reliant in food production, and with the introduction of land reforms, our jamindari system was also abolished. We had land ceiling, so we were having marketable surplus, and in the commercial farming we also get successful. So now we were able to not only do subsistence farming, but also we were doing commercial farming. That led to increase in the income of agriculture sector. As far as GDP concerned, national income become more prosperous, but the proportion of GDP by the agriculture as well as the proportion of population working in this sector declined. The proportion of GDP between year 1950 to 1990 means seventh 5 year plans contributed by the agriculture declined, but there was no decline in the population depending on it. 65% of the country's population continued to be employed in agriculture till year 1990. So overall the workforce of primary sector had been increased, though the national income and the overall GDP was considerably declining. It was not up to the plan, the goal which we have set. It would have been better if agricultural output could have grown with much less people working on this sector, because industrial and service sector did not absorb the extra people working in agriculture. Many economists call this is an important failure of our policy because of the policy made in between 50 to 90. We had a lot of unemployment. As we all know, when there is more than required people work on a certain place is known as disguised unemployment. So such kind of unemployment and problems were there. So in short, we can write down overall appraisal. Though we had increased substantial farming, we have increased the productivity, our national income also increased, but the overall GDP was declining, and it was declining in a very bad condition. We will see in poverty chapter the rate and the chart also how it was declining. And also we can say that more than required people were working in this sector, means we were increase means 75% if people are working in primary sector, we had able to increase in comparison of those very less GDP. So we can write positive and negative both the aspect. Here I am giving you some of the assignment to do, and you are going to complete it by today, because these are based on the topic which I have taught you earlier. And all of you are going to send me answer today only. It means these are important. By Monday, your note should be completed. Thank you.